Hi, it's Luke Voulgarakis here from LV Life and welcome to your quick tarot for week commencing the 17th of March 2025. As always, I do the first 3 cards as a general energies reading, and then you can fast forward to your sun, moon and rising signs, which you can see in the description, the timestamps for those. Okay, let's get going with our general energies. First card out, the 4 of Swords reversed. Second card out, the High Priestess. Third card out, the 2 of Cups reversed. All right, here we are. Let's see what we've got. So this 4 of Swords, we can see here this person's resting. There are 3 swords hung up and 1 sword laid down. And what this is representing is the pause between battles, the opportunity to hang back, to rest, to recover, to restore, but also to reflect. So all the R's: recover, restore, reflect, rest. Because life's always like this, right? It would be wrong of me to tell you that it's a constant uphill trajectory. We're always going to have to face things, but we face things with more grace and more ease when we learn our lessons from the past. And so I feel like in this reversed position, this is you, like reflecting and contemplating and understanding why things happened the way that they did and what you can learn from them and how you can negotiate things like this in the future in a different way. What are the lessons to take out of those experiences? And so you're not actively getting involved in battles or challenges this week. You are actually retreating from them and to get stronger for the future. And then we've got this High Priestess card, and this very much aligns because when we look at these 2 pillars, we have the dark and the light. And so pillars, what do? They hold things up. They're structural support. And so we need to understand that as humans, we are both dark and light. We aren't just one or the other. We aren't like constantly optimistic and sunshine and lollipops. And we aren't also fully pessimistic and stuck in the deep, dark depths. And of course, there are people on each end of that spectrum. But the truth is that if we want to get the best out of our lives, we need to honor both our darkness and our light. And we need to recognize there's value in both of those things. They're polarities, but they exist together in harmony as a yin and a yang. And so we also see this moon energy here, like this moon symbol sitting at the priestess's feet there. And so you're really being asked to lean into the darker aspects, a bit like this, reflecting upon things, looking for the lessons, looking at the trauma and how that has informed you, has changed you, has course corrected you, has up-leveled you, you know, and so really looking into that stuff, looking for the gifts through some of the harder times, because they're going to inform your light and they're going to give you more ability to grow and progress and become a more rounded whole person. And then we've got this 2 of Cups reversed. And I wonder if what you're being asked to look at is relationships based. And I feel like what you can see here are 2 people, and one there is reaching out to the other. And I always describe this like the extension of the olive branch, like somebody reaching forward to another. And I think perhaps in this reverse position, it's not necessarily as literal as that, but perhaps it's you reaching back into a situation or a circumstance or something that happened with somebody and revisiting that and reviewing that. And maybe you buried it down deep before, but maybe it's time now to dig it up and to really look at that and review that and start learning from it and healing from it and getting over it, right? And so now is the time. Okay, now let's do your sun, moon and rising. So we'll start with Taurus. Taurus, we've got the 3 of Cups reversed. Don't look for somebody else to validate you this week. Don't look for people to be uplifting you and cheering you on and like being with you and by your side and in alignment with you. You've got to find that for yourself this week, right? Stop expecting everybody else to scoop you up and to fix it, because they won't, right? So you need to celebrate yourself this week. You need to work on yourself and your own stuff and uplift yourself and feel good about yourself and really start to impact your own self-worth. Then the other people will come around, right? But right now, don't rely on other people to fix your issues, Taurus. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, my favourite card of all time. And so what you can see in this card is that there's this old guy on the darker side here, and then these two dogs and a child that can see that old person, and the adults in the background, they can't. And so that's about someone in spirit guiding you from the darkness to the light, somebody who's kind of holding your hand through this journey, and this is a significant part of your journey. But the 10 is completion. And so I feel like this is all leading you to your new tower, to your new life, the way that you want things to truly be for you. And so it's leading you to that lightness, but you're going through that process of transitioning from the dark side to the light side, and that really relates to that general energies that we've just talked about, that somebody is holding your hand in spirit and guiding you through it. Virgo, oh my goodness, you can't make this up. Look, we've got the dark and the light again. So look, we've got the Sphinx characters here, the dark and the light, that carry the chariot forward. And so the chariot card is about movement. It's about taking those big leaps and steps, but you're doing that through honoring the darkness, honoring the light. Exactly what we said in the general energies. You're doing that through understanding that life isn't just one thing, right? And so working on that stuff is really going to take you forward leaps and bounds. It's really going to create not physical travel, but like emotional, mental travel steps, like leaps even for you, if you can really lean into that. All right, Sagittarius. So much darkness and light in today's readings. So that's the general energies, Capricorn and Virgo, all about darkness and light. Okay, here we go, Sagittarius. The Judgment card. You're asking to get real, get vulnerable, kind of surrender to the circumstances and the situation, and let them be what they'll be. Let them unfold and manifest into whatever they're meant to be. And the other side of this Judgment card, nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows what life's going to be like on the other side of this. You're just at the mercy of it. So really lean into feeling the feels this week, and just recognizing that everything has a higher and greatest purpose and a higher and greater plan. And you're not always privy to that information until you get there. So lean into the realness, the feelings, the vulnerability, the just like being at mercy of the situation. Just lean into it. Just experience it for what it is. All right, Leo. Oh, Leo, you have flown across the floor. You've got the Temperance card. 1 second. Temperance. You're starting to create things now that are far more in balance for you. I feel like perhaps you're having a revelation where you're going, oh, okay, I'm looking at my life more holistically, you know, and processing some of that stuff from the past. I'm really starting to recognize what I truly want, who I truly am, what I truly stand for, what I deserve. And then you start to create your world in that holistic respect. You start pouring from one cup to the other. So you're not allowing your cup to spill over. You're not allowing your cup to get empty, but you're pouring from each. You're creating balance. You're creating unity and harmony, temperance. So yeah, you're just creating your world this week in a much more peaceful fashion, because you now have a real clear picture of what that is. Okay, where are we at? Aries. The Hierophant. Seek advice. Perhaps, but be cautious about how you seek advice, right? Don't seek advice from sources that haven't served you before. Like, you know, this depicts a religious character, and then if we're going to get a bit judgy, you know, religion can be very dogmatic. It can be very, this is the way that you do it. And you don't question it, you just do it, right? And so don't take advice from those kind of sources. You want to take advice from someone that you really look up to, that you really respect, that's out there doing the thing that you want to do, right? And seek advice from them, because you're going to actually get what you need and what's going to serve you, rather than getting what somebody else's agenda is for you. Okay, Gemini. Oh, look, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. You are stepping up out of the darkness, Gemini, and so you're taking control to step up. You're you're actually taking action now. And because it's this reverse position, I feel like that is a massive confidence boost for you. Like it's a real action of confidence. It's an action of self-worth. It's an action of personal growth that you're taking. So it's not like physically taking action like I'm going to go and apply for a job, or I'm going to go and demand this or do that or create this thing. Like actually it's about energetically stepping up, taking action, taking responsibility, putting your like go get it hat on, and just really uplifting yourself to achieve what you want to achieve. But also don't be afraid to ask for help. Like asking for help is very much part of this plan. You can't do it all on your own. Okay, Aquarius. We have got the King of Pentacles. We don't want to be getting overwhelmed this week. Sometimes we get so many responsibilities on our plate and we feel really good, like we really deserve them and we should be here and we should have them. But then we get them and we're like, oh, I should be happy that I've got this, but I feel really overwhelmed. I feel like it's too much. I feel like I can't cope. And so we want to try and step away from that and recognize, no, we deserve to be here. We deserve to be in this place. And we've just got to be really pragmatic about it. And we've got to take ownership of it. And we've got to take control of the beast almost. And figure our way through all the foliage, you know, because I think a lot of that is just self-doubt and fear creeping in and old conditioned habits and beliefs. But actually, the truth is we've got this, right? We've got it. We just might need to get really organized about it. Okay, Libra. The Hanged Man. Libra, you need to change your thinking and your mindset a little bit this week. It's time to turn yourself upside down and start viewing the world a little bit differently. Because the way that you've been doing it, maybe it hasn't been working. Maybe it's not getting you the results that you want. How can you view things differently? Turn things on their head and just take a totally different perspective and approach on whatever that might be. That's interesting for you, Libra. All right, Cancerians. Nine of Cups. Figure out who's who. Who is who in your life? How do they serve you? What role do they play in your life? And who are the good ones? And get those people in a line. Like, get those good people, those solid relationships in your life, all lined up. And then don't accept any other bullshit or anybody else or any other nonsense, right? You want to just get your ducks in a row and just shut the world off from those ducks and don't let anybody else impact them or take them away from you or infiltrate them or let other people in that aren't going to be quite as on board or in alignment. So yeah, this is really interesting. You are just really getting clear about who's serving you in your life. Scorpio. Oh, the Tower. Things are crashing down, Scorpio, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I feel like perhaps you're pulling the plug on one thing but opening up the door to something even better. So maybe it's a case of just having to let go of something that isn't serving you right now, and understand and trust that on the other side of that, like once the tower's down and the dust has settled, the path is clearer, the path is brighter, the opportunities are bigger and better, because I feel like this tower is holding you back. So if there's something holding you back, you have got to let it go this week. Pisces. Oh, Pisces, everything's pointing in the right direction, finally. I feel like things are good. Things are just heading where they're supposed to be. The hard work that you've been putting in, the things that you've been trying to manifest and create and bring into fruition are just all heading you down the right path. And so there's nothing really you need to do this week other than just sit back and relax and frickin' enjoy it. There you go. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Bye.